Hello, 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 Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends on where we are when I actually post this up and see how everything's going. Because I definitely will post this up because I got some stuff I need to get off. Just to let you know, this is a rant. And it's gonna be one. It's gonna be one, and hopefully it'll be short so I can get this up and do what needs to be done. Maybe maybe it might be we don't know how it's gonna be. Cause Savior, I tell you, let me holler at you right quick. I have an issue with people who want to relate to me by saying, oh, I grew up in a certain type of way. I grew up not knowing how I was gonna eat, or my mama did this, or this was going on, or my dad used to do this, that, and the other. And they use these, this relation to screw you over. That's the end of it, screw you over. Let me be clear. My name is Marcy. Okay? So, with that name, you will not find a lot of people like me with that name. Even in this day and time, it is what it is. There are not a lot of Marcys that look like me. But let me be clear. That being said, I was not raised as a Marcy, Ella, Ida, Marciandra, Marcy. No, I was not. Raised in a 2-parent household, medium income. I did not have to worry about where my next meal was coming from. I just know when I was hungry, there was a meal on the table for me. Whether I liked it or not, there was a meal that was there. Okay? So it was not, I was out in the street not being taken care of, not, everybody in the world was taking care of me, and, the streets took care of me. I was not raised in a hostile environment or anything of those such things because, hey, baby, let me tell you, I was a child and I was put in a child's place. So, saying that, you telling me that your life was hard or you went through some things and, oh, my mama used to, she was out there and she was doing the things, and my dad used to jump on my mama, and my dad had all these peoples and my mama's had all these peoples and all those things. That ain't my lifestyle. That ain't where it came from. And then you're trying to use that to pull the wool over my eyes, or explain through the way that you do things in your life. Robbing, stealing, scamming, not paying people, not doing things or whatever. Like, oh, I understand because I was raised in such sort of. No, Let me tell you about Curtis and Sarah. Ooh, just even saying that, Savior, because baby, I am a woman of a certain age. I am knocking on 50's door, like, in 2 weeks type situation. And to this day, my mama's been gone 13 years. My dad is 82 years old. I still have a certain type of fear of saying Curtis and Sarah because my folks didn't play that. My folks, they made sure that I was on point, that life was decent for me, that I was in a child's place, as well as my brothers who are much older than me. We were children and we stayed in children's places. Like I didn't know nothing about no bills and stuff like that until the situation came up where I had to learn about some bills. But that's a whole nother situation. If you know me, you know why I had to do that type stuff. But who saved you? I say those things to say, stop playing with people. Stop using that as an excuse to relate to people and then flipping on them and not doing right by them. As in paying people, as in respecting people. Let me tell you about some stuff. I didn't grow up in a hostile situation. Even there was a certain point in my life I did, we moved into an apartment complex. Hey, it is what it is. And baby, let me tell you about that apartment complex. It was amazing. It was fun. It was It was a loving apartment complex. It wasn't a hostile apartment complex because there wasn't a lot of, fighting, yelling, screaming, cutting up. It was a loving community. And I say that because I say, hey, there was hoes all around. That's just what it was. It was hoeing. They was hoeing. They was enjoying the life. They was doing the thing. And I ain't going to say they was hoeing because I don't know whether they was getting paid for it or not, because it wasn't none of my business. Because guess what? I was a child. I just know that people were fun loving and there were a lot of kids. Let's just say that everybody was, yeah, okay, so cool. The hostility that I have comes from me. It comes from a heritage that I was not brought up in. And I do have a hostile part of me. I can get very angry and I can get very volatile. I can do these things, but it didn't come from my upbringing. I have learned over my life that, there is a part of my heritage where the women, hey, it was a bit lively. They get down with the get down and everything. And it was kind of strange to me because I was not brought up in that type of situation. So it was like, where does this hostility come from? Why am I walking around looking so angry? What's going on in my life that makes me like this? Hey, guess what? Let me tell you about them folks. Whoo-wee, them women, they was something serious. And, amazingly, yeah. And the women that I am close to from that side of the family, yep, every single last one of them, they ain't gonna shoot the shit. They ain't gonna play no radio with you. It is what it is, and this what it's gonna be. And if you don't like it, you can flip side of that. But you know what? Savior is working on me. Everybody know God was working on me because we trying to make things happen as we make things happen, and it just is what it is. But I bring that back to saying, don't play with me when it comes to me and mine, whether it be my family, my friends, or my money. Don't use that excuse that I understand things are hard and I'm working on it because I'm really, really trying. When guess what? I'm angry. I get angry, and if you know me, when I get angry, I we're trying to do right. We're trying to do right. I'm going down the hill, right? I'm going down the hill, and as we know, it ain't but 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 more I got in me, but and that means battles, and that means hard battles. That means battles. But it is what it is. And I really want to say, help me, Jesus, help me, come with me, come with me, come give me these words right here. Because the hostility I have for those and for me and those, and they know who they are and they know how I feel and they know how the test that we are going through right now. But let me tell you about this right here. Fortunately, with the hostility that I have now in my adulthood, I have learned the correct ways of handling things, not just going and knocking on your door and saying, hey, come here, let me holler at you. I have learned there's a phone call, letter, email that will get me the same result. And I just want to say, stop playing with people and using them, or using their backgrounds to think that you can get over on them for any reason. Because what happens when you push those people to a degree that they need to come back with a whole nother situation, it's a different one. It's definitely a different one. So, I apologize for this rant. It seems like, here lately, last one, it was kind of some way. I was, of course, praying for us and being there for us and growing and being. But I just want to be clear. This one, I didn't want it to be a rant. I wanted it to be funny. I don't want this, my post to be a bitch and moan type post. I don't want those. But some things I have to say and some things I have to put out into the atmosphere for everybody to be aware that I am on your side and I am right here with you. And it's not just because we are the same. It's because right is right and wrong is wrong. I am a firm believer that wrong. It'll get you. But I don't know, is this a TED Talk? I don't know. Or is this, if you don't get your shit together and get me my money, it's going to be a situation. I don't know what this is, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I thank you for watching. I thank you for paying attention. I thank you for just listening to me in the background, getting me a couple of views, getting me a couple of likes, showing me a little love, just being here, just doing what we do. Hey, just let's do what we do. I thank you. I appreciate you. I respect you. And we all in this together. That sounds so, hey, Savior. But guess what? We in this and we finna run this thing right here, okay? I pray and I wish you all happiness, love, and joy, just like, hey. And so let's finish this up by saying, Savior, Savior, hear my humble